Hi, I'm Bill Hobson, and one thing I know to be true, that no matter where in America you live, in the summertime, there's no better place to be than in Michigan, where the collection of incredible golf courses and the fun and memories you can make off the course are unmatched really anywhere in America. And we have a special treat in store for you today as we feature a part of Michigan you may have driven through, but now it's time for you to stop, set up shop, and bring the whole family for a lifetime of memories. We're in the heart of the state. We're in Mount Pleasant. We've got a great story to tell, so stick around.
Welcome to Michigan Golf Live Television, celebrating our 20th season of shining the spotlight on the best places to stay, play, and enjoy the greatest game on earth. Stay connected 24/7 to MGL on Facebook, Twitter, our weekly radio show, and podcasts on the all-new ForeGolfersNetwork.com.
Hi, I'm Bill Hobson, and I sure am glad you're joining us for today's program, because for many of you, this may very well be the first time you've ever thought of Mount Pleasant, Michigan as more than a university town, the home of Central Michigan University. It's so much more than that, including a collection of 11 championship golf courses. In the moments ahead, we'll show you 4 of them, as well as a great deal of fun you can enjoy off the course. Now, we don't have any time to waste, so let's get things started with our first featured course as we head over to Farwell and Eagle Glen. With 11 courses located roughly 30 minutes from downtown Mount Pleasant, we begin our journey on the northern end of that region in Farwell, just a few minutes from downtown Clare, at beautiful Eagle Glen, and Sammy Baldwin is the general manager here. This is such a great golf course. Yes, I don't know if everybody knows about it yet.
No, we're kind of known as a hidden gem around here, so it's a little underrated, but by far, I'm biased, but one of my favorites.
You've been here a lot of years of your life. You've been in a general manager's role for just a short amount of time, but you've sort of grew up here, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I've been here, I think I started playing here when I was about 8 years old. Been my whole life a lot.
Well, you've seen it all then. It's a really good golf course.
Yeah.
My first time here was during, I was coaching at the high school level, and we had a match here, and I had never set foot on the property. And by the time we were finishing up, I was really impressed with how good of a playing experience this is. How do you describe the golf experience at Eagle Glen?
I tell people that it's not your traditional Michigan course, that it's a link style. Instead of the Michigan trees, that we've got fescue instead.
What's the best feature of this course from a condition standpoint? I'm thinking the greens have always been really good.
Yep, this year I would absolutely say the greens. We did some different things last fall, did some deep tining, and it's really shown.
Well, the 2 nines are separated for the most part by the driveway into here.
Yep.
So let's take a little run through the front 9 and maybe some of your highlight favorite holes on the first 9.
Starting off in order, that number 2 is probably one of my favorites, par 5. Your tee shot, you have to make sure that you're a little bit to the right. You want to avoid, we have a large tree over to the left.
It's a famous tree. I think I've maybe hit it a couple times.
Yeah, same. I think we all have that, like, part of the experience here. And then easy shot in, you can lay back a little bit, you can give yourself a 150-yard shot in, or you can go for it a little bit closer, give yourself a nice wedge shot in.
Got that green kind of nestled up on the left at a little platform.
Yep.
In among the pines.
Protected by some pines, protected by some bunkers, and that's also 2-tiered green, so you have to be pretty strategic about where you're putting your shot.
So other than the tree, the pines, and the 2-tiered green, real easy hole there on number 2.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
How about after that?
Then we're going to move over to number 6. That would be what I would consider one of our more signature holes. From the whites, it's probably 150 to 160 over the water. We have a nice pond with some rocks surrounding it, and then a big weeping willow tree on the left.
There is no way a course as beautiful as Eagle Glen gets that way by accident. This guy, golf course superintendent James Halstead, is largely responsible for the past couple of decades plus.
Yeah.
For this property. So how do you describe your baby here? You know every inch of Eagle Glen.
Well, I've been here long enough that I know every square inch of this course, and you know, I just have to treat it just like my family.
Well, Sammy's going to continue playing with us, but on the back 9, I thought we'd let you describe your favorite 3 holes or so. What do you like the best on this backside?
Well, starting off like on number 10, you know, I really like that hole because if you're feeling really loose, there's a trap on the left that if you can clear that trap, there's a backside of that bunker, and if you just land it just right, that ball just explodes towards the green, and it's a real advantage.
After that, we come to number 13. What is special about 13?
13, then again, if you're feeling powerful, you just step up and hopefully you can get it on top of the hill so you can reach the green in two.
We're going to let the big hitting Sammy take on that one. She's
That's
a bomber.
Right. If you're short, then you've got a blind shot. So the ideal thing is to get up on top, and then you've got a lot of options.
From Eagle Glen, it's now time to have a little bit of fun off the golf course, and Chippewa River Outfitters is your source for some fun on the water. Mike Anderson, this is your place. What is it that's special about fun on the river?
Well, it's summertime. It's hot. People want to cool down. What a better way to do it than to come out and spend a day on the river. You can canoe, you can kayak, you can tube. Mount Pleasant's blessed with the natural resource of the Chippewa River, and it's a great way to have fun.
We're in the process of telling everybody how beautiful Mount Pleasant is for those who normally drive through it but don't stop in it. There's some really, really cool scenes and vistas and experiences here, aren't there?
I tell people that it's the best kept secret in Michigan. You got so much to do. You got the casino, you got parks, you got the river. It's great for fishing. There's so much to do here.
Yeah. All right, which more popular, inner tube, kayak?
We do more inner tubes. It's a $15 4-hour experience, so it's cheap. College kids like it. We get lots of families, people from in-state, people from out-of-state. So be surprised how many people actually call from other states and make reservations.
We are just getting started on our tour of the golf and fun you can enjoy in Mount Pleasant. There is a reason I'm wearing a golf shirt and a kayak, because when we come back on the program, we head back to the course to give you another reason to set your sights for Mount Pleasant. Stick around. Welcome back to our special showcase of golf and life and fun in the Mount Pleasant, Michigan area. Not only do we have the opportunity to showcase 11 golf courses within 30 minutes of each other, but we also bring you downtown where there are over 100 shops and boutiques and eateries, so there's something for everybody in your family. We'll look a little bit more at those activities in a moment, but first, let's head back to the golf course about 30 minutes away in St. John's, just down US 127, where we find the Emerald. On the southernmost end of the Mount Pleasant region, we find the Emerald right on US 127, and no one knows this place better than Jay Eccleton. And this is, I think, one of the hidden gems, not only in the state, but maybe in the Midwest. This is such a good golf course.
Yeah, the Emerald is now in its prime. It was built in the mid-90s, and it is one of the best places to play. It's the manicuring, the golf course is fantastic. We are such a friendly course to all skill levels of golfer, and being at our location is middle of the state, it gives everybody an opportunity to enjoy the property, and it's just a welcome home kind of event for us to have people come play.
Take us on a little tour of what this course feels like. You've played pretty well here over the years, so you know it fairly well.
So the golf course is really, there's no hidden hazards, there's no forced carries. Basically, for, like I said earlier, all skill levels, the golf course is set up with speed on the greens and playability from tee to green. So if you're looking for a course that is similar to any private setting, any private club setting, the Emerald is the place to go. And be able to get that opportunity to play is pretty significant for a lot of folks.
Now, you mentioned the greens here, and that is to me one of the great features of this public course that feels like a top-end private course when it comes to getting on the greens.
Yeah, we take a lot of pride in our greens, and if you've played the Emerald, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't played the Emerald, you've probably heard. One of the focuses that we have here since the day we started here is the green quality. So we stimp our greens somewhere near that double-digit number. A lot of times that's maybe a little bit quicker than most, but the quality, the playability, and the smoothness of the greens is what we pride ourselves on at all times. And if you haven't heard of the Emerald in the past, you will have heard of it in the future just by people playing. Word of mouth is huge for us.
There is such good golf in this Mount Pleasant region.
Oh.
I mean, for you folks to be involved in that group of 11 courses, I would think the strength in numbers is pretty impressive. And I'm hoping that our viewers will understand this is a golf destination, not just a drive-through.
Right, absolutely. This is because of our location in the middle of the state, and with us, our location to Mount Pleasant and on the way, we draw from all areas. We draw from Grand Rapids, Lansing, Flint, and even Mount Pleasant folk that will come down. The biggest thing about it is just that there's so many great golf courses in the middle of the state. There's a lot of travel up north, obviously we know that, but if you're just looking for a quick getaway and you want to have some championship golf courses to play, there's no better place than this area, this Clinton, Gratiot, Isabella area to play golf.
Now, as solid as the golf experience is here at the Emerald, the post-golf dining experience is even more special. And for that part of the story, we're going to turn to Jay's much better half. Her name is Katie. After your round of golf at the Emerald, if you struggle on the greens, you have to order the 3-putt salad, along with a wide array of choices on the menu. Katie, this place is so fun not only to play, but to stick around afterwards at the end.
Thank you. Yes, it is. This is the place to socialize for sure.
Dining room inside, or we're enjoying a little picnic outside
Yeah.
today. Only 2/3 of this is for me. So what's your favorite out of everything here in front of us?
Everything in front of me, it's a toss-up between the healthy option of the 3-putt salad and the crispy chicken tender sandwiches
It is.
to die for.
If we could just turn that camera off now, I'm going to start digging into a little bit of everything. Thanks so much for your hospitality.
You're
and
welcome.
to your lesser half, Jay, for showing us around the golf course.
Thank you very much.
Over all the years that we've done this program, we've never yet set foot inside an art studio. What a cool idea for family fun when you come to Mount Pleasant. Amy Powell, tell us about Artreach.
Absolutely. I'm so happy that you decided to include us in your tour here. Artreach is the local arts organization. We do offer classes. Something that might be attractive to your audience is we have a free gallery for folks. We have exhibitions that change out about once a month. We also have an artist consignment shop featuring 120 to 150 different artists with their works for sale in the store.
And here we are taking a class with the kids today because
Yes.
you can actually get your hands messy if you want to.
You can. This is our dedicated messy space here in our Idonia Hersey classroom, and we offer kids classes, we offer adult classes, some are skill building, so if your viewers are in relatively close proximity to Mount Pleasant, they could check us out for some skill building art classes. If they want to come up for a weekend and they're interested in something to do with the family, or the weather turns poor and they're looking for an indoor experience, they can always call us because we have a lot of one-time classes that happen as well.
Did you find that I was one of maybe your more talented students?
It was funny because here I was thinking, like golfer, is he going to have any art talent? But I was blown away. Very artistic.
She's being very kind.
Did you even listen to the teacher?
She said to keep your eyes on your own project, mister. Keep coloring. And we'll continue our tour of the great golf courses in and around Mount Pleasant with our next stop at the Polecat. It's not every day you get to play a golf course where the guy who designed it is here every day, but Dan Pohl, former PGA Tour player and the namesake behind the Polecat, is my co-host for this little section. What's special about your baby here?
Well, first let me say it's a pleasure to see you again. We've done a lot of things together
Yeah,
over the
for
years.
sure.
I've enjoyed spending some time with you. But really the golf course just kind of speaks for itself, Bill. I mean, it's a type of golf course where everything's right in front of you, no hidden agenda. You got to play, really good iron shots. So, I consider myself one of the best iron players during my time on the tour. And so when I was building this, I really made the driving on certain holes, 7, 8, 15, some of the tighter holes is a premium. But other than that, I kind of let you move it out there a little bit without any inhibiting factors out there. But what I really like about it is the iron play. Mix of irons, mix of distances that you're going to have in. Got a lot of holes that unfortunately, because of the way this routing is and the way the wetlands set in, that you got a lot from the 375 to 410 range, but they never look the same.
Yeah.
There's always a variation of looks, the caping of the bunkers, from 150 yards out. If you went to every hole out here, you'd never see the same thing twice. And that's what I like about it. And so from that standpoint, it never looks, it never looks different or the same. And so you're always excited about what's going to happen in front of you.
Now take us through your favorite stretch of holes here. I know that it's like asking you to name your favorite of 18 children, but I know you're fond of the home stretch of 15 through 18.
I am, very much so. I mean, there's little pockets of where you have to score and where you have to make sure you don't come out of it too bad. I think the stretch of really 7 through 12 are the meat of the golf course. You have to play them pretty decent to score overall, but if you're going to make birdies, it's going to be early, and it's going to be the stretch 15, 16, 17 and 18 are tough ones, but they are birdieable. But I will say that with 15 a short 4, you can kind of pick and choose how you want to play it. You can be aggressive and go, at the green, but you pay the price for it. But 16 is one of my favorite par 5s because once you decide to go off the tee long and get a chance to go at that green, then you have to make the tough decision. Are you going to go ahead and go at the green that's kind of front left to back right, very difficult. But if you do, 3 is a possibility, but 6 is in the equation. So, those as a tour player, when you make those type of choices, that's what I enjoy doing.
What do you want to hear from a polecat customer after the round when they come inside?
The biggest thing for me is it was challenging, but it was fair. I still believe that a golf course has to challenge a player. It's not just there just to hit it anywhere you want. I know that everybody wants to base their round of golf on what they score. But really, to me, the shot value and the beauty of this golf course speaks for itself. But when you get in, if somebody can tell me that that something was hidden from them, everything you can see, every green from pretty much every tee box. There's not any hidden agenda on it. So if you can get in and they say, man, that was a challenging round of golf, but really it was fair, that would be probably the best thing I could hear, along with the beauty that goes along with it.
Quite clearly, a lot of thought was put into every aspect of the polecat experience, and it kind of helps that you have a PGA Tour player and a member of the Michigan Golf Hall of Fame to put all that together. So thank you, man. It's good to see you.
Always a pleasure, Bill. Thanks for coming.
So you've had a memorable round of golf. 5 birdies, no bogeys, probably a career best. What's next? A really good dinner. I have an idea for you. It's called the Summit Smokehouse. Joe Herman is the manager here. So the Summit Smokehouse experience is what?
Well, it's a kind of a combination of 2 different things. The smokehouse, we've come to find out, the owner, Jim Holton, is a genius when it comes to food and beverage and the combination of the 2. So we got the brewery portion, which is craft beers, and then the smokehouse with the smoked meats. We've come to find smoked meats and craft beer pair really well together, especially after a round of golf.
Did you say something after smoked meats?
I
was kind of frozen right there.
You haven't even tried it yet. Wait till you get the flavor. You won't be able to focus. So.
Well, we're always looking for those unique ways to make an experience or a visit even more memorable. And whenever you can have a locally owned and operated eatery of great reputation, that's the way to go.
Yeah, you bet. And that's where Mount Pleasant is an awesome hub for local establishments. A lot of great fare, and the history. Mountain Town Station was initially the hub 20 plus years ago. 96 that opened up, and a lot of people saw our beers, fell in love with them, and then we opened up the brewery portion and come to have this with, like I said, the smokehouse on top of it. Tim Drexler, our chef, phenomenal. These guys, what they put together here is pretty awesome.
So now you're going to play, you're going to stay, you're going to eat in Mount Pleasant, and when you do, the Summit Smokehouse obviously is the place you have to go. We have arrived at our final golf destination on this tour of the golf and fun you can have in and around Mount Pleasant, and it's a premier property called Bucks Run Golf Club. My friend John Conklin is the general manager here, and for a long time, you've known this property inside and out. What's special about Bucks Run?
I think what's so special about it is the land that we have. We have an incredible piece of property that, Mr. Matthews moved some dirt around, but didn't really actually do as much as you'd think. And also, when you get in through the gates here, you think you're in northern Michigan, but you didn't have to travel as far.
As beautiful as this course is, it does give you a test of your game. We're going to see a few holes on both sides, starting with number 2. Kind of walk golfers through the mindset of that difficult par 4.
Well, that difficult par 4, it depends on what tee you're on. When we play over on the blacks on the right side, we're going to have a lot more room. You do see, obviously, we're hitting over the water, but you can have driver's paradise there. If you're playing from the golds and the whites, it's a little different because you have hazard on the right and the left, and you're hitting straight down the middle there. So there, it might not be driver all the way.
You and I are talking on the 8th tee box. This view is unbeatable. Clubhouse off in the distance, and a little tiny green over here to the left that had better command your attention or you'll be reaching for another ball.
Fantastic view. Sometimes when we get up here and it's later at night, you know, and you're playing twilight golf, you just kind of sit here in awe a little bit. And once again, we're very, very fortunate to have the layout that we have and the support of our Fisher family as well.
When we make the turn, we head out to a beautiful side of this golf course that kind of brings the river into play a little bit here and there, and take us on to the high point of the par 3 where we'll start showing folks what it looks like here.
We do have 6 holes that the river will come into play on the back 9 where you don't see it as much on the front 9, and the first par 3 is 14. Downhill, absolute huge green with an elephant right in the middle of it. So whatever side of the green the pin's on is definitely where you want to be. Otherwise, you're probably looking at 3-putt territory there.
Now, because you're such a big hitter, when we get to 16, which used to be a par 5 and now is a pretty stout par 4, you're going iron off the tee. Old man me has to hit driver off the tee, but either way, that's a pretty stout test at a par 4.
It can be because of the hazards that come into play as well. You know, off to the right-hand side, you don't really see it because of the bunker, but there is a little wetland down there, and that's why I do guard against that when I'm playing from the regular white tees. I am going to hit an iron, just know that I'm up top and I'm flat there. Now, if we're playing the back at the blacks, which we've made into a new tee, it used to be the white tee when it was a par 5, we've added about 65 yards to that hole. So now you're at about 450 yards and you're hitting driver all day.
No iron there.
You're hitting driver all day.
Number 17 is the memory-making moment. You want your camera. You certainly want to hit an accurate iron shot, but it's not terribly long. But you got to take it over the river, find the right part of that green. But what a stunning setting 17 is.
It's the shortest of our par 3s, but you're absolutely right. With the rock wall there, with the river and the rapids coming through, it's absolutely superb. You don't see a whole lot of holes like that constructed anymore.
18T, you cannot be timid. You're just going to create a really tough ending.
Obviously, it's best to miss a little bit right than left because of the lake. But that second shot coming in is very intimidating, especially if you don't hit it right on line off the tee. You might be laying up. You might be laying up because you're hitting over the water again to a pretty guarded green.
Such a good finishing hole. I believe it's one of the top 5 finishing holes in Michigan. And as soon as you putt out on 18 here at Bucks Run, John Conklin, there's only one place to go, one thing to do, up to the clubhouse for a spread like this.
Yeah, come on into the Quarry Grill. We have a couple of fantastic options for dining, whether inside next to our big stone fireplace or outside overlooking Lake Fisher.
They couldn't ask for a much better setting. Now, of these 4 entrees, if I were to give you your crack at the 2 of them, which 2 would you dive into first?
My 2 right now would probably be the ribeye, surf and turf there, or the sushi poke bowl.
I said it to you off camera earlier, and I'll say it again. I don't know that there's a better setting for both playing and for dining, maybe in the entire state of Michigan. This is spectacular.
Well, thank you. We feel the same way. Appreciate it.
We have just a few moments left on today's special program in and around the Mount Pleasant area, and the executive director of the Mount Pleasant Convention and Visitors Bureau is my friend Chris Rowley, and man, we have had such a great time showcasing golf and fun off the course. You get to live this. What's special about this region?
I do. Well, we're centrally located within the state of Michigan. It's beautiful nature beauty here. We're here in front of the Chippewa River, and I don't think people realize how much natural beauty the Mount Pleasant area has. We have over 1,000 acres of parkland and 18 nature preserves to get out and explore. We have the Chippewa River where you can canoe, kayak, tube, the Chippewa River, and of course beautiful golf courses.
We've only showcased 4 of the 11 golf courses. But the fun we've had on them and then off the golf course, I think has surprised even me, and I've lived in this state my entire life.
Yeah, there's always something to do. So we have over 100 restaurants, and not everyone knows we have that many restaurants, not including fast food. We're home to the Soaring Eagle Casino, which is the largest gaming floor in the Midwest, and Central Michigan University, which has over 500 events annually and is a Division I athletics school. So we have always something going on in the community and things to do.
Well, so many of you, depending on where you began your trip throughout Michigan, have probably driven through Mount Pleasant on 127 at some point, and we're making the case that it's time to not drive through, but to stop and play and enjoy.
Yeah, do something else. Do something that you might not know about. Did you know that you can canoe or kayak or explore or add the outdoors to your trip? Yes, we have beautiful golf courses, 11 within the area, but get out and do something else and expand your trip and make Mount Pleasant a destination.
There's absolutely no way that in just 30 minutes we can capture all of the beauty and the fun you can enjoy on and off the golf course in and around Mount Pleasant. But these past few minutes have given you a pretty good sampler platter. So now the invitation is yours to put together the ideal golf and fun getaway to the center of the state here in Mount Pleasant. Thanks for watching.